America's bravest successfully return home. How are they doing it? Why are they doing it? And how can you help? Pam Green is the Easter Seals Tri-State President. David Sutherland is a retired U.S. Army Colonel. We welcome you both. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Let me start with you, Colonel. What is it like when these men and women are coming home? What are they dealing with that we just don't understand?
It's an understanding that war is vile. Now, there are some things more vile, and that's why we fight. But it affects us. And when we come home to our communities, our families, our neighbors, and our communities, there's a little bit of a disconnect, an epidemic of disconnection, actually, where understanding our values, understanding our behaviors, and our skill sets are so important. So we have to build public awareness, encourage community involvement, and promote community-based services, because we come home to our families, our neighbors, our communities. We don't come home to big government organizations.
Yeah, I mean, we've gone on living our lives and doing whatever we do. So you're helping, Easter Seals is helping reintegrate folks into society. What does that mean, really?
Absolutely. Well, today was the first step. We, with support from the Farmer Family Foundation and the Carol Ann and Ralph V. Hale Foundation, we convened all of the organizations in our community who are currently serving veterans to start to identify what are the resources that exist and how can we best serve the needs of our returning military service members. You know, there's supposed to be 1 million folks coming back in the next 12 to 24 months.
Wow.
We don't know yet how many are coming to Cincinnati, which is a part of the problem, but we want to make sure that we're equipped to make sure that they connect to employment, that they connect to any of the health and education supports that they need so that they can thrive.
Yeah, I imagine you're finding some overlapping services in some places where you're devoid of any services.
Absolutely, absolutely. We are trying to find those places where there's overlap to say, you know, where can we make sure that we reduce duplication and focus on what we do best.
All right, so what can we do? Those of us sitting at home or at work watching this today, is there anything that we can do to get involved and or to help these folks?
Yeah, absolutely. First is, when you interact with a veteran, listen. Talk to them and listen to them. Hear their stories. Don't judge. Hear their stories. Recognize that what they've been through and their capacity for greatness is enabled by your interaction with them. Also, build public awareness about the programs, the services, their capacity for greatness by the veterans, but also those services that are available in the local community. Encourage community involvement. If you interact with a nonprofit, an employer, a healthcare provider, an educator, or a faith-based organization, ask them to be inclusive of the veterans, the military families, and the families of the fallen.
Well, number one, we thank you for your service, and importantly as well, thank you to Easter Seals. Thank you for trying to make sure that everyone is going to come back and be successful in their home life. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Tom.
Did Beyonce